What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today we've got some exciting new stuff for the GMC Sierra. So the daily driver for my son, who, by the way, guys, you are going to be hearing because he is out here mowing grass. And so if you guys hear him moving back and forth around, he is gonna be making noise. Yeah, he's waving. So let's talk about what he did since he's out here. Even though he can't talk, he calls me the other day and says I screwed up. He let the trailer, so what happened was he unhooked the trailer to put some air in the bags. I don't know why he did it this way. The tailgate was down, guys. He forgot to hook the trailer back up, and guess what? Drives the mower up on it, bam! It hits and dents the tailgate. So this tailgate already had a small dent in it right now, or before. Now it's got a bigger dent. Now he says he's going to take it out to my painter. My painter knows about it. He is going to paint the entire tailgate, fix the dents. When he does that, guys, I'm going to be replacing this, and I'm back and forth. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have him paint this as well while he has it all. So anyway, that's what's going on. Kind of frustrating. He says he's going to take care of it. I trust that he will. So anyway, on to some other stuff that you see out here. So you guys, I told you a while back, we got the console, we got the dash without cracks in it. Here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Off camera, I think I'm gonna reinforce that, and I'll talk about it later when we go to swap it out. But I was still missing a few pieces, right? I was missing the airbag cover. I actually got one of those today. I got the lower pieces. Now this one has a couple holes drilled in it. It's not a huge deal. I may try to find another one down the road, but it was there, so I grabbed it. So I got the airbag cover today. I got the lower pieces, so the glove box, that lower piece, and the knee bolster that goes under the steering wheel. Got all those pieces. I got seats, power seats. Now, not like this, I don't know if they consider these a six-way, but look, guys, these seats are in pretty good shape. You can see they've got some spots in them, but we got some other plans for that. So I'm not gonna be doing that today. What I am focused on today, and I'm kind of excited about to try, is I got a new main switch, or this holds all the relays for the power locks. This goes in the passenger side, which as a matter of fact, let's just go look at it. Because the main two things I wanna focus on today are that, getting this in and out. So back here behind this fuse panel, there is a box right here that holds all of the connections. Now, your door lock, power unlock and lock relays are in that. Maybe that is our issue. We're going to try it today. We're gonna swap that out. But the other thing I'm excited about doing today in this video, other than showing you guys the dent in the tailgate, I wasn't really excited to show you that, but check this out. These things are completely wrecked. And so that same vehicle that I got the seats out of had good rubber pieces. So I want to get those cleaned up and put on. I don't want them to lose their shape. Guys, they're pretty bad about if you leave them out in the sun, this type of weather, they lose their shape, and they're just an absolute mess. So we are going to get those installed. You can see this side's even worse. And so I was really excited to get a couple pieces that we needed. You can see what I'm talking about here, guys. This is just a piece of like rubber that sets on top of the airbag. So we don't have to actually, there's not a whole lot to it, which you'll see, like I said, down the road. We're not gonna get into the dash today. Like I said, I wanna put all these areas where like this one's cracked, this is a very common spot. I wanna reinforce that with some epoxy on the back side before we go messy with putting that good dash in. But let's get started here. I think we're gonna start, I'm probably gonna clean up these rubber pieces off camera so you guys don't have to watch me do that. We'll get them nice and clean, and then we will start the tear down process of getting these old ones out, which honestly, guys, they just pull out like that. And you'll have to take this lower trim. We'll have to take that trim piece out. I might clean that as well. But let me get these cleaned up first, and then we'll move on to that. Well, guys, I was noticing as I was cleaning that those aren't in like perfect shape either, but they're better than what we got. So we're gonna go ahead, take these old crusty ones out. Oh man, there is a ton of junk in here. Let's get this thing off here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up this rail. And I'm probably gonna have to use the vacuum. There's a bunch of junk in there. Just kick that under the truck now. I'm gonna clean up this rail really well, vacuum up like the little cracks and crevices. I'll do that off camera, and then I'll wipe this down, and hopefully we can get the new one in. They are side specific, so you need, you know, a right and a left. I don't know, I thought you could still order these from General Motors, but I don't think you can anymore. I think they're discontinued now. So, but this will give me a good opportunity to clean this area anyway. I like to start somewhere up in the corner if possible. Like I said, they are side specific. I'm gonna get, I think we'll go maybe up here. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to try to get it in the right spot. I feel like maybe this is where it starts to curve. Maybe that's a good place to start. I don't know. We'll give it a test. And it's a snug fit, guys. Your seam should be on the bottom, I know that much. Yeah, that's not, I don't think that's quite where it needs to be. Go on around and see. Yeah. We're gonna move it up just a little bit. Just in the short drive home and in cleaning it, it's lost a little bit of its shape. It's not terrible. Man, it's hot out here. You guys can see I'm soaked in sweat out here. I'm telling you though, I'm more excited about the lock thing. See if we can potentially get the locks fixed than anything. All right, it's fitting. Now down at the bottom, let me pull this off and show you guys. Down here at the bottom is where your seam's at. And I don't know, let's go look at the other side real quick. That's the downside to pulling it out. Okay, yeah, see how the seam's back here by the back of the door? You don't want it where your feet are dragging. That's why these things get messed up, is people drag their feet in and out of the car. And like I said, this one's not perfect. You can see there's some breaks right here. I think that one's pretty rough. Well, like, it's way better than what we had though. So I'm gonna go ahead, make sure it's seated all the way. Oh yeah, see, we're not even setting here like we're supposed to. Get it pushed in the rest of the way, and then we will try to shut the door, make sure everything lines up, and then I'll probably wipe it down one more time. Well, I got it in there. Like I said, it's not as great as I was hoping. This area is pretty rough, and obviously that area was down lower, I suppose, before, but it's in there. All right, let's go kick it to the other side, and I'll probably do the exact same thing. I won't show you guys that, but the next thing I really want to do is, like I said, I want to get that fuse block and just see if that is our issue as far as the remote lock and unlock. This one keeps popping forward, I noticed. So I think that'll be the next thing I show you guys. We'll get this one, we'll get the other one knocked out. This right here keeps popping loose, but I think I can get it to stay. I think it's just going to take some time with some heat. So I lied to you guys a little bit. The side that I put in over there was actually the wrong side. So they can go on either side, I suppose. I wondered why the other one was so beat up. This is the one that's supposed to be on this side. It's still got some tears in it, but way better than what we had. So now we're on to seeing if we can make these power locks work. So here's what we got. We got to take this panel off in order to get access to this box. So in order to do that, we've got 2 Phillips screws down here on the bottom. There's one right here. And I may, guys, I may go ahead and put this black panel in here, since, I don't know, I've got this one out. I don't see any reason not to. I'll just clean that panel up that I got. But I did notice that this is a little different, so I may not be able to use that actually. Mind the one that I got doesn't have this cutaway for this. That's odd. All right, so there's a 10mm back underneath this we need to get loose, and another Phillips on the other side. Then we'll just pull the clips out. You see what I'm talking about? Once you get the Phillips out, that 10mm, there's just a couple clips. But like I said, I'll show you guys here in a minute. We'll take that one over and compare it to the one I've got. But now we need to get, here's what I've done. I've unplugged the battery. I wish I had a spot to hang my light here so you guys could see a little better. But we need to, let's see if we can take these guys loose. And I'm hoping they're like size specific so we don't put them back in the wrong spot. Oh no, do you see this tap in wire right here? That makes me a little nervous too. We may get rid of that while we're doing all this. So this one top, we'll put it up here. This one right here, this one right here. So now to release this, there's a clip right here up top, and there's another one here. So we're gonna need a flat blade to release it from the truck. And I gotta go grab one of those, but we'll pop it in right here, and this box should come out. And then we will have to unhook the main harness on the backside. So I wanted you guys to see what I did here. So I put my flathead screwdriver right here and released this clip. Same thing here, and it released it from this spot and this spot. Now we just need to undo this guy. Just like these, they swing out of the way, and we'll pull this out, and we're gonna go compare these two side by side, the new one I got and this one. So let's take a look at them side by side. I guess we could put a little more light on this right here, but we've got pretty much identical, okay? So the sticker right here is different. This says XL, you can see this says A24. This part number is different, but guys, on the plastic is stamped the same part number. All the same pins, all the same shapes. The only difference is I've noticed that a couple of the fuses are different. So we've got a 15 here, and it goes 10, 10, 15, 15, and then you'll notice there's a 2 in this one and a 20 in this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the fuses that don't match over here, and there's only like 1 or 2 that don't match. And then we're gonna plug this one in and attempt to, I've cleaned it up just a little bit, I'm gonna clean it out a little bit more. We're gonna attempt to plug it back in and see what happens. The other thing I'm gonna do is, you guys, like I said, there's a tap on one of these. I think it's this one up here. I'm gonna take this tap off and make sure that there's a good connection in that wire before I plug this all back in. But that's essentially what we're gonna be doing here. We're gonna see if this solves our problem. Then we'll hook the battery up, and before we put this all back together, we'll make sure that, you know, nothing's making any crazy noises, everything's working like it's supposed to. I've got everything hooked up, clipped, and set in place. Like I said, I swapped those fuses over and made them line up. That may be a mistake. I should have grabbed the other fuse panel to see what the differences were, but oh well. I'm gonna go grab the key, or not key, but the hook the battery up, make sure we don't have any issues. We're gonna test the windows, the locks, you know, random stuff in the truck, make sure everything works. You guys have no idea how hard it was to not test those locks before I turn this camera on. All right, let's give it a shot. Nothing. Bummer. Dadgummit. That sucks. Still nothing. So it's not, or unless, you know, we could have got a bad box, I guess. Windows work. AC and stuff's blowing. Dadgummit. Nope, that was not our lock issue. Man, I was really hoping that was it, guys. All right, so I guess we continue. Now, pretty obvious the difference here. Check this out. Not really sure what the deal is with that. See the difference with that cutaway? So I don't think we're gonna be able to use this piece like I thought. On the other side, everything seems the same. So like the mounting tabs, mine's missing that metal piece. It got loose and fell off. But how odd is that? Maybe they changed the e-brake release in the newer models. This came out of a 12. yeah, 2012 GMC. And this obviously is a 2009, but I didn't think they made any changes to the plastic panels. Let me know in the comments down below. But I'm gonna go ahead and put that back together. Obviously, like I said, we didn't fix the power windows or the power locks. And we'll just have to keep digging, see if we can figure it out. I looked for quite a while up under the dash, making sure everything's plugged in, there's no wires unplugged. Like I said, I had power the last time I tested. So the search goes on, but for now, I guess, guys, we're gonna put the old one back in since that isn't gonna work. I think everything else that I got will work. So maybe we have to paint one panel. You know, that's better than, we still have to paint some panels anyway. So it's not like it's a huge deal to paint, you know, multiples. I was just trying to get, if we could get, you know, panels that I didn't have to paint, that would be better. Moving on, since I was really bummed about the locks, we are gonna take the bushwhackers off. I hate these things. Guys, I got another set from GM. I'm not much on these kind of protectors on the side of the bed. I don't like them. If the bed were in better shape, we'd just leave them off. Here's the problem though, it's not. They actually used a hard tape line on the other side when they painted. That side's been painted. And so there's no way to get around unless we have the whole bed painted, fixing this. But what I don't like is these are all faded and look terrible. And I'm assuming there's a couple, I'm guessing self-tappers. They're Phillips on the inside here, and then I'm guessing the rest of this is two-sided tape. So let's get the Phillips out first and then see if we can rip these things off. Give it a shot here. Are they self-tappers? Yep. All right, I better put them in the bed so I don't drop them under the tire or something. I don't believe the GM ones that I got require that. We're gonna have some cleaning to do though, because they went over the bed with whatever this terrible bed liner is. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I don't know, guys. This is gonna be a struggle. That's a good two-sided tape, that's for sure. Holy cow. You know what I probably should do? Get some heat and heat this up. I thought it was hot enough outside today that we wouldn't have this problem. I guess I was wrong. Why do people spray? Like, look guys, if you're gonna get a bed liner, don't spray over the rail. That's the strongest two-sided tape I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna go grab a, I was gonna grab a pry bar or something, but I don't even know if that'll. Maybe we can get it. Wow. Well, can't argue with that two-sided tape. I don't think they needed the screws. I don't think they needed the screws. Holy cow. All right, so here's the next thing. I don't want this on here. Yeah, this is what I was hoping. You see their sanding job? This is a homemade one. And when I say homemade, like the, you know, the do-at-home spray-on bed liner. And, well, it looks pretty crappy. They didn't that's why it's coming out of the beds. They didn't scuff it up enough. So I'm gonna see if, I may have to get some heat here. But we're gonna see if we can get this old stuff off. So just starting without any heat. I mean, the stuff's pretty thick. It's just, they didn't do a very good prep job. So, I mean, I guess they get an A for effort, right? This would probably be one of those things that'd be better to pull off on a really sunny day. Which it is really sunny out. Well, I want to stand outside in the sun to do it. Yeah, we got a couple spots that are sticking, but pretty much coming off in sheets. I think we'll get there. It's gonna be a process. I actually didn't have to use any heat at all. Just had a razor blade to kind of pick an edge. And boom, came right off. May have some spots here. I'll have to get the eraser wheel, but we're gonna get some like Windex or something and clean this bed up really well. And I'll hit these areas right here with my eraser wheel. And then we'll grab our new GM piece and take a look at it and see, you know, what's involved in putting it on. Now, I wish this rail weren't so jacked up and we would just leave those suckers off, but they did scuff it. And they scuffed it deep enough where even if we paint corrected it, guys, we'd never get it back to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna take some 3M adhesive remover and we're just gonna go over the spots that I hit with the eraser wheel, which wasn't a lot. And then I'm gonna go see where these things are gonna lie, and then we'll go from there. If they go down far enough, I probably won't clay bar this. I think they're going to, we'll just have to see. But I want to get a good clean area. Let's go grab one of those things and see what we got. Not a fan of these things, but if you're gonna get one, how about a GM one that fits amazingly well? And so this is what we've got here. Holy cow, does it fit nice. Way better looking. And yeah, pretty much covers the area that I was concerned about. But this is two-sided tape only. Now, one really cool thing about this is it comes with the closeouts, so you don't have to look at your stake pockets if you don't want to. So that was what kind of, you know, helped me make this decision. So here's what we need to do. This is just stuck on with two-sided tape. I don't love the way this is set up because really, guys, I like to have a long tail on it. And so I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna have to peel it all off. But before we do that, let's set it right here for now. And let's give this a good cleaning with some alcohol so we make sure we get a good adhesion. I'll probably go over it a couple times. We'll make sure it's nice and dry before we, you know, seat that thing. It's go time. Here's what we got. You need to start in the back. We need to work our way forward. All right, I've got it all cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to peel the tape, which is always fun. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stop the camera because peeling the tape is like my least favorite part, and it's gonna make me crazy. Once we peel the tape, I've test fitted, guys. It fits better than anything I've ever seen in my life. I use the set here, and it says in the instructions to put a box up here, but I don't think we're necessarily gonna need that. It only goes up so far. So we're just gonna get it set. We're gonna get it started here and then work our way pressing it firmly down all the way up to the front. I'm gonna leave these as kind of tails. Generally how I like to do it, or have been shown to do it by my painter. Okay. Great. Dig it. Oh, guys, the GM fitment, it's so nice. It's ridiculous how nice it is compared to other products. Oh, it looks so good. All right, let's see what these are all about. These supposedly just set in here. Oh, they go in a certain way, I suppose. And they're supposed to be removable, so you can take them out if you wanted to, I guess, haul something. I don't know. I think the reviews on this is kind of up in the air because some people say they fly out. It's not a snug fit. That looks pretty good though. Looks better than just an open hole there. I'm gonna attempt to put some weight on this. At least I'm gonna try to. See what happens. And let it set maybe overnight with some weight on it. I know that stuff gets tacky really quick, but probably wouldn't hurt to, you know, put some additional weight on it to make sure the tape completely seats. You know, this is gonna catch a lot of wind going down the road. I think these are gonna fly out, that's what I think. It may be a little overkill, but I don't know. We got some bricks back here. Obviously the cinder block right here. We'll put another one here and maybe here, and then I'm gonna go knock out the other side as well. This other side may be a little more fun because, like I said, they put a hard tape line up here, I believe. So we're going to take our screws out. And then we're going to attempt to peel this one back just like I did the other one. I was hoping maybe it'd be a little easier, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. Oh gosh, that one ripped. Look at how much dirt gets under these things. It's crazy, isn't it? Holy cow. All right, now we need to scrape that other stuff off. It's like a big fruit roll. All right, I'm gonna try it again on this side. It's good there. I had the clay bar on this side, so that clay bar just fell off up there. I'm telling you guys, this fits so nice. It's ridiculous. It doesn't overlap the ledge like that other. All right, I'm gonna get some bricks and set on this. I mean, I guess if a guy wanted to, if you know, you could put your self-tapper screws back on, but they look like crap. I'm not putting them in. And like I said, on this side, they had sprayed and taped off up against that. So I've got a little bit of a leading edge, you can see. You know, not much I can do about that. We'll take you off the tripod here after a while and show you the whole deal. That's gonna be it for this video. I'm pretty happy with these things. Looks a lot better. You see how this moves? I mean, the opening's back here and it sets underneath. I just don't know. I think there's been some complaints about people saying they fly out, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully they don't, because I don't know that you can buy those individually. But look at how much better they come. Those other ones bowed way down, which I guess is meant to match up with this. But guys, look, they're so faded and they just didn't fit the greatest. This fits so incredibly nice. I'll let you see this other side where I was talking about, where they taped it. You see the hard tape line there? And then there, it's really rough. But nothing I could do about that. I think, guys, if we ever have this thing painted down the road, which I have no plans to do that, to be honest with you. If it's going to be used as a lawn mowing truck, like, he's going to get this fixed, and hopefully that'll be fixed maybe in the next couple videos. You'll see that. I'll show it to you kind of before we get into something else. But yeah, I do want to get a new cap here because this is all beat up, since we're going to be, you know, painting the tailgate. But, you know, I don't know, maybe down the road, if we paint it, we'll take care of this. Chances are we'll probably get rid of these and we won't have these, but they definitely look better for now, that's for sure. But, you know, we got a couple things accomplished. We were able to try that, the fuse block, to see if that was our issue with our power door locks. Obviously, guys, as you can see, it is not. And then also we got this one's, the more I look at this one, it's not great, but it's way better than the other one. Now the other side, man, it looks really good, which is pretty common because not as many people are getting out on the passenger side, so they're not dragging their feet. It sets in there really nice. But another thing I want to show you guys that I noticed when I was putting this back together, because I didn't think it fit right, but somebody took an NNBS kick panel out of a truck and put it here, because that is not the correct, it's not the correct color, it's not the correct kick panel. I don't even know how that's possible, but we're gonna have to see if we can find one of those, which sucks because the guy that I got these parts from today had one of those. So the other thing I want to tell you though is I got to thinking, let's try to program a key fob, because I bought key fobs for this thing back when I was trying to get the power door locks working and whatnot. And so I programmed the key fob, one of these guys here, just to see if it would program, which generally tells you whether the door communication, there's I think it's LD, I don't remember the acronym for it, but it sets behind on the cab. And so check this out. When I lock it, when I unlock it, the lights come on. So it's telling me there's communication between that module and this, and it's just not working the lock. So when I unlock it, obviously the lights come on. When I lock it, the lights go off. And then if you've got the door shut and you lock it, the inside light goes off. So it's working like it's supposed to. That module sits back in here, remote controlled door lock actuator, something like that. Remote controlled door, I don't remember what it's called, but we got a few things accomplished today, guys. And so obviously we've got quite a bit to go here on parts. As far as I've got a stack of parts here, I'm wanting to get them out of my hair. So we're gonna be doing something soon. Like I said, I think on the dash, I want to reinforce those areas. I think that's going to be the next thing I try to tackle is the dash, at least the top portion of the dash. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out, either painting or whatnot on that bottom piece. But yeah, I think that's the plan for the next video on this thing, is to get that, unless something else comes up. But let me know if you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, I know we didn't get a ton accomplished. I didn't get the door locks fixed like I wanted to, but at least we know that that is not what the issue was. And I didn't spend any money on that. The guy actually just gave it to me. So we know that, hey, it's not that fuse block. It's not the relays, unless by chance those relays are bad. I just don't think so, guys. I'm starting to think there's something unhooked somewhere, or there's a wire shortage somewhere that's just not communicating either to the BCM or to the lock, or both. And we're just gonna have to figure it out. We'll get it one of these days. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy this video, please, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button. Of course, ring the bell notification that notifies you every single time we drop a new video. Go check out twamotorsports.com. Pick yourself up a hat, a sweaty hat. I need to replace this one at this point. A shirt, a sticker, guys. That always helps support the channel. And stay tuned to see what we work on next.